Absolutely. Here's a powerful and emotionally gripping introduction to your speech, a mindset that will change your life immediately. Written in the style of Eric Thomas Raw, passionate and direct, designed to convince the audience to lock in and stay for the entire message. Yo, listen to me real quick. Look me in my eyes. I don't know what brought you here today. Maybe you're tired. Maybe you're frustrated. Maybe you've been doing everything you know how to do and still feel stuck. But I need you to lean in, lock in, right now, because what I'm about to tell you ain't no motivational fluff. I ain't here to give you goosebumps. I'm here to give you the mindset that's gonna shift your entire life, starting today. See, most people don't change because they think change takes time. I'm telling you, it don't take time. It takes a decision, one shift in your thinking, one refusal to go back to the old you. That's what flips the switch. Not next year, not after you graduate, not when you feel like it, immediately. And if you're ready for that, if you're tired of watching other people live while you just exist, then stay right here. Because I ain't just talking about winning. I'm talking about rewiring your mind for war, for purpose, for discipline. I'm talking about you stepping into the version of yourself that was always there, just waiting for you to wake up and take control. You've been sleeping on your own greatness. You've been negotiating with fear. You've been giving doubt the microphone. And I'm not okay with that. I refuse to let you walk out here the same way you came in. I refuse to let you settle. You came for change, right? Then don't you dare zone out. Don't you dare scroll. Don't you dare tap out before the breakthrough. This ain't just a speech. It's a mirror. And by the time I'm done, you gon' have to make a choice. Either go back to the old mindset that's been stealing your future or adopt a mindset that will change your life immediately. Right now, forever, you ready? Then let's go to work. See, the problem is you keep reacting to everything around you. You're reacting to people's opinions. You're reacting to your situation. You're reacting to your emotions. You're reacting to your bank account. You're reacting to the weather, your mood, your past. And you wonder why your life feels like it's not moving. Because every time something shifts around you, you shift too. You don't have a plan. You just have reactions. You're letting life push you around like a leaf in the wind instead of standing like a tree with deep roots. And the reason it hurts so much is because deep down, you know you're capable of more. You know you weren't born to just react. You were born to lead, to command, to decide. You keep saying it's hard. And yeah, it's hard. I'm not saying this is easy. I'm saying it's necessary. You cannot build a strong life on an emotional foundation that changes every time things get tough. You can't keep saying, I didn't feel like it today, or I was going to, but let me tell you something, life don't care how you feel. Results don't care how you feel. Discipline don't care how you feel. You think champions wake up every day feeling motivated. Nah, they wake up and take control anyway. They do what they said they were gonna do regardless of how they feel. You keep waiting for the right moment. You keep waiting to feel better. You keep waiting until your circumstances improve. But let me tell you the truth. That moment you're waiting for, it ain't coming. You're not gonna magically wake up one day and feel ready. You gotta take control now in the middle of the storm, in the chaos, while you're still confused, still hurting, still broke, still uncertain. That's where the real shift begins. That's where you stop reacting and you start creating. You were built to lead your own life. But you gave the wheel to everything else. Your past is driving. Your trauma is driving. That person who hurt you 5 years ago, they're still in the driver's seat. And you're sitting in the back, wondering why you're not going anywhere. You gotta take the wheel back. You gotta say, I'm done being a passenger. I'm done being controlled by fear, by failure, by what they said about me. I'm running the show now. This is the mindset that changes everything. When you finally say, I don't care what's happening around me. I'm going to do what I said I was going to do. When you finally stop living at the mercy of your circumstances. You stop folding when pressure shows up. You stop quitting when it gets hard. You start commanding your thoughts, your actions, your energy. You start becoming intentional with every decision. You stop scrolling and start studying. You stop talking and start executing. That's when the game changes. I'm not saying the pain disappears. I'm not saying everything gets easy. I'm saying you get stronger, because now you're moving with a decision. You're moving with direction. You're no longer hoping, you're creating. You're no longer begging, you're building. And when you wake up with that mindset, life hits different. You walk into rooms different. You speak different. You show up different, because you're not hoping for peace. You bring it. You're not wishing for opportunity. You command it. You think you're waiting on something to change, but the truth is, life is waiting on you. Life is saying, when you gonna stop reacting and start leading? The moment you shift your mindset from victim to victor, from passive to powerful, from emotional to intentional, that's when you start living life on your terms. That's when everything begins to move, and the craziest part, you don't have to wait another year, another month, another day. You can flip that switch right now. You can take back control today, because the truth is, nothing changes until you change. But the second you change, everything follows. So make the decision, and never look back. Everybody wants the reward, but nobody wants the pain. Everybody wants to be successful, but they don't want to go through what success costs. You say you want it. You say you're hungry, but the moment it gets uncomfortable, the moment it starts to hurt, the moment it requires more of you than you expected, you back up. You slow down, you negotiate. But let me ask you something. Do you want the pain of discipline now, or do you want the pain of regret for the rest of your life? Because either way, pain is coming. One builds you, the other breaks you, and you gotta decide which one you're willing to live with. Waking up early is painful. Going to the gym when you're sore is painful. Studying when your friends are out having fun is painful. Saying no to distractions is painful, but you know what else is painful? Looking back 5 years from now and realizing you're in the exact same spot. Watching someone else live the dream you were too soft to fight for. Living with the weight of could have, should have, would have. That's the kind of pain that don't go away. That's the kind of pain that eats you alive slowly. The problem is, we've been conditioned to run from pain, to avoid discomfort, to chase convenience. You don't grow from comfort. Comfort is a trap. Comfort will lie to you. Comfort will have you living a life that looks good on the outside but is dying on the inside. Growth comes from pressure. Growth comes from resistance. Growth comes from being stretched beyond what's comfortable, because that's where new strength is born. You don't become great when things are easy. You become great when you're forced to rise. When you're tired, but you show up anyway. When you're scared, but you move anyway. When it hurts, but you keep going anyway. That pain you're feeling, that's not punishment. That's potential. That's life carving you into someone greater. You don't become who you're meant to be without going through the fire. But every time it gets hot, you run. Every time it gets heavy, you stop. Every time it gets dark, you fold. And I get it. It's hard. But what's harder is waking up every day knowing you gave up on yourself. that you had the chance to break through, but chose to break down instead. You say you want change, then embrace the pain that comes with it. You say you want a new life, then go earn it. That means no more hitting snooze, no more skipping the grind, no more quitting just because it doesn't feel good. It means suffering with purpose. It means sacrificing what's easy for what's worth it. Because pain is temporary, but regret is eternal. You know what hurts more than failing, not trying. You know what's more painful than falling, playing small. You think you're protecting yourself by avoiding struggle, but all you're doing is robbing yourself. Robbing yourself of growth, of grit, of greatness. You want to change your life immediately, then stop avoiding pain and start using it. Let it mold you. Let it sharpen you. Let it fuel you. Let it remind you that you're alive, that you're in the fight, that you still got a shot. You don't become elite by accident. You don't wake up successful one day without the scars to prove you earned it. And the people who are winning, they're not special. They just made a decision to endure what others ran from. They said yes to pain, so they wouldn't have to say yes to regret. And if you really want it, you'll do the same. You'll bleed for it, cry for it, sweat for it. You'll sacrifice sleep, comfort, ego, convenience. Because you understand that nothing in this world comes without a cost. And the price for greatness is always pain up front. So, if you're hurting right now, good. That means you're in the process. That means you're doing it right. That means you're not wasting your life sitting on the sidelines hoping for a miracle. That means you're not running from the fire. You're walking through it. Because deep down you know the other side of pain is purpose. On the other side of pain is you, the real you. The strong you, the focused you, the unstoppable you. Let's just be real. Some of you are losing not because you're not talented, not because you don't have what it takes, but because you've made excuses your best friend. You've made excuses your security blanket. Every time life gets tough, every time it's time to go all in, every time discipline knocks on your door, you got an excuse ready. I'm tired, I've been through too much, it's not the right time, I don't have the resources, and listen, I'm not here to disrespect your pain. I know some of you been through hell. I know life hasn't been fair, but let me tell you something. Those excuses you're holding on to, they're not protecting you, they're killing you, slowly, quietly. Day by day, inch by inch, they are taking away the very life you say you want. Excuses are subtle. They sound logical. They sound smart. They give you a way out that doesn't hurt your ego. But what they're really doing is keeping you trapped in the same cycle, year after year, pretending like you're working when all you're really doing is stalling. Excuses sound like progress, but they're nothing but permission slips to stay average. And you cannot live a phenomenal life with an average mindset. You cannot elevate while making peace with limitations you gave yourself. You say you want to win, but your actions are defending your excuses more than your goals. Every time someone challenges you to level up, you come back with why you can't instead of asking how you can. That mindset has to die. You got dreams, then kill the excuses. You got goals, then kill the excuses. You want change. Kill every reason you've been giving yourself for why it hasn't happened yet. Because as long as you're explaining, justifying, and rationalizing your failure, you're not preparing to rise, you're preparing to repeat. Let me ask you something. How long are you gonna let the same excuses rob you? How long are you gonna tell yourself you don't have time? You make time for what matters. You find a way when it's important enough. You don't need more motivation. You don't need a better schedule. You need to stop lying to yourself. That's what's holding you back. It's not life, it's not people. It's you lying to yourself about why you haven't gone all in yet. The people who win, they don't have perfect conditions. They just made a decision to shut down the noise. They silenced their doubts. They got up when they were tired. They built the discipline to act, not based on feeling, but on purpose. They didn't allow excuses to sit at the table. They told every excuse, every weakness, every fear, "You're not welcome here anymore. You don't get a vote. I'm not asking you how I feel. I'm telling you what I'm gonna do. Some of you got dreams, but you treat them like side projects. You don't respect your goals. You give your vision leftover energy. You put in effort when it's easy, when it's convenient. But the ones who make it, they're locked in when it's hard. They show up when there's no applause. They execute when no one's watching. That's how you separate yourself. That's how you go from average to savage when you stop explaining why you can't and start proving that you can. Every time you make an excuse, you choose weakness, you choose stagnation, you choose the old you, but you weren't built to be soft. You weren't built to fold. You weren't built to hide behind someday. You were built to dominate. You were built to push through. You were built to create, to grind, to rise, and to conquer. And all of that starts when you take back control of your words. Your thoughts, your choices, so I dare you, from this moment on, no more excuses, no more I can't, no more I'll do it tomorrow, no more blaming your past, no more waiting for permission. Rip every excuse out of your mouth, out of your mind, out of your habits. Replace them with action. Replace them with ownership. Replace them with commitment so strong that nothing, not fear, not fatigue, not failure, can knock you off course. You want change, then stop giving power to the very thing that's been holding you back. You keep moving like you've got time, like tomorrow is guaranteed, like next week is promised, like you can afford to wait another day to be serious. But let me ask you, what if this is it? What if this is your shot? What if this is the one opportunity, the one moment, the one window where everything could shift, and you're sleeping on it because you think you got time? You don't. You don't have time to waste. You don't have time to play. You don't have time to keep tiptoeing around your potential like it's optional. You gotta move like your life depends on it, because it does. You keep waiting for the right energy, the right mood, the right setup, but real ones move whether it's light or dark, whether they're energized or drained, whether the room is cheering or it's silent, because they understand something. Life moves. Life, don't wait for your comfort zone. Life, don't pause for your insecurity. Life is moving, and if you don't move with it, you get left behind. You're not stuck because life held you back. You're stuck because you moved slow. You were dragging your feet while the opportunity ran past you. You kept saying one day while somebody else said today. You got this dream, this fire in your heart, but you're treating it like it's just a wish. You're moving casual with it, like it don't matter, like you got forever to figure it out, but purpose doesn't wait. Purpose doesn't chase you forever. There comes a moment where it's either you step into it or you miss it. And you'll wake up one day surrounded by the life you settled for, not the life you were meant for. You'll be surrounded by regret. Not because you didn't have talent, not because you didn't have a shot, but because you didn't move with urgency when it was time to go. That version of you keep talking about, that stronger, more disciplined, locked-in version, that person don't appear with good intentions. That person shows up when you start making decisions like your life is on the line. When you stop playing small. When you stop playing scared. When you stop putting off greatness like it's an option for later. You become powerful when you understand the clock is ticking now. Let me make it clear, nobody's coming to save you. Nobody's gonna push you out of bed. Nobody's gonna beg you to chase your dream. This is your life, your responsibility. You either grab it and go after it with everything you got, or you sit there and watch somebody else live what you were too hesitant to go after. Don't let fear move faster than your ambition. Don't let comfort outpace your drive. You gotta start waking up like everything is riding on today. Because it is. Every morning you open your eyes is not a reset. It's a reminder that the clock is still ticking. You don't get yesterday back. You don't get to redo last year, but you do have right now, and you better treat right now like it's the last chance you'll ever get. Because when you stop taking time for granted, you start making every move count. You start showing up to every opportunity like it's sacred, like it matters, like it's the door that leads to everything you've been working for. You gotta stop waiting for pressure to push you. Stop waiting for loss to wake you up. Stop waiting for the pain to get unbearable before you finally move. Move now, push now, sacrifice now, build now, because later is not promised, and regret is too heavy to carry. Regret will break your spirit. Regret will follow you into every room. Regret will haunt every what if you never acted on. But urgency will build you. Urgency will create a version of you that refuses to waste another second of this life. So move like your life depends on it. Show up like your future is watching. Fight like your next level is waiting. Because it is, and it's not going to wait forever.